So thank you. I want to thank, we're going to get started now. Is anybody missing? Jay? Okay. I want to welcome everybody here. I want to thank you for coming out. We have a great turnout for this historic event. And welcome you to the final press conference for cotto-ali, which is going to be a historic event. It's a farewell fight for Miguel Cotto. And all of us are very, very proud of Miguel and excited for this event on Saturday. As you know, obviously Madison Square Garden, historic place, the mecca of boxing. But when you combine that with HBO and Miguel Cotto, there's nothing bigger in New York. And we're extremely, extremely happy with the turnout, with the ticket sales, everything related to this show. Tickets are still available. You can still get them. So I want you to let your friends know, family, they're still available. But they're going fast. They're going fast. We had a big push today. We're expecting a bigger push tomorrow and obviously on Saturday night. So come out. You can get them here at the box office or you can get them at Ticketmaster. Okay? Miguel Cotto is one of boxing's most respected fighters. Obviously, he's out of Puerto Rico. He's fought here many, many times at the Garden here in New York. And this is really like a second home to him. Or it's a co-home with Puerto Rico. So there's no surprise we're getting a great turnout here for the press conference, and we're expecting, obviously, a big turnout on Saturday night. He's a 6-time 4-division world champion. He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. But he's got a tough test on Saturday night. He's got a young, hungry lion in Sadam Ali that's coming to make a name for himself and to start his own history. And that makes for a great fight. So this Saturday, obviously, Saddam's biggest fight of his career. You got to give credit to his team that's with him right here. His father, David, who's done a great job in managing his career and getting him to this point. Saddam's ready. He's ready. He was just telling me a little bit before we started the press conference that he's ready and he's bigger and stronger and faster than ever before. So that makes for an exciting fight on Saturday night. We've always put together, us at Golden Boy, many great events, big fights, but this has got to be one of the most satisfying shows for us personally because of the significance of Miguel Cotto, his career, what he's done throughout his boxing career, what he's done in big fights, and what he's done here in Madison Square Garden. So for us, obviously, it's a little bittersweet because he's retiring, but we know that it's going to be a great celebration on Saturday night. So we're looking forward to that. Again, cotto-ali will be televised on HBO World Championship Boxing at 10 p.m. Eastern. I would like to now thank the sponsors that made this available. Tecate Beer, Born Bold, the official beer of boxing. Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, and Casa Mexico Tequila. And with that, I want to bring up one of the sponsors to say a few words on behalf of Tecate, and that's Tecate's Gustavo Guerra. Gustavo?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gustavo Guerra. I'm the brand director of Tecate. It's a pleasure to be standing in front of you all today, especially as we celebrate Miguel Cotto's last fight against Sadam Ali. For Tecate, 2017 has been an incredible busy year in boxing. We started off the year right here at the Madison Square Garden. From there, we crisscrossed the country promoting the best fights, including Canelo versus Chavez Jr. in May, Canelo versus Triple G in September, and supported many other Golden Boy fights around the map. Therefore, it's only fitting we wrap up 2017 here with Miguel Cotto's career right here at the MSG, of course. Over the course of his career, Miguel repeatedly demonstrated to be a bold, punching crowd favorite, with an incredible loyalty towards a love for his native Puerto Rico. When Golden Boy announced they will promoting Miguel's last fight, we wanted to support the promotion as best as we could, only because this is our backyard, of course, along with being the home of many proud Hispanic, including, of course, Puerto Ricans that consider boxing as a major passion point. Miguel, I'd like to say a few words to you. You had an incredible career and will be remembered as one of the greatest, of course. You'll have thousands of fans watching you farewell, including the Tecate team, so salute to that. Sadam, this is a hometown fight for you. We wish you the best inside the ring. And as the official beer of boxing, we want consumers to trust whenever they see the Tecate logo on the ring. They can expect two things: a legendary fight and a bold experience that will bring boxing fans closer to the action. As always, Tecate and Tecate Light would like to raise a glass to Cotto and Ali as they ready themselves for Saturday night. Good luck, gentlemen. Can't wait.
Gustavo, thank you very much. I just want to mention and remind all of you that this Saturday, the ticket sales, a portion of the ticket sales are going to go to Puerto Rico Relief. So if that's enough incentive to get people to, help out and give back to Puerto Rico, it would go a long way. So just wanted to give you that quick reminder there. We're excited once again, obviously, to be able to host this legendary event at the Mecca of Boxing, Madison Square Garden, which is the perfect venue to play host to Miguel's last fight. This is Miguel's second home. We're very excited to be back in New York, as is Miguel. And with that, I want to bring up the Executive Vice President of Marquee Events, Joe Fisher, to say a few words. Joe?
Thanks a lot, Eric. And welcome everybody to Madison Square Garden, Chase Square here. Eric said this, but for us too, this is a very bittersweet day, and Saturday will be very bittersweet. We've had a tremendous relationship, a great relationship with Miguel that dates back to 2005. I spent some time with Miguel last night and his family at the Knick game, great win, by the way. And it was interesting to see his kids when we first started with Miguel were little kids. Now they're grown. So it's been 12 years together, and he's had an incredible Hall of Fame career. He's sold over 150,000 tickets here. Think about that. 150,000 tickets. This will be, Saturday night will be the 10th time that he's fought here. What makes me really happy, and I think his family really happy, and all of us, is Miguel is going out on his own terms. And that's a great way to do it. I want to welcome back Sadam Ali, a native from Brooklyn here in New York. I'm sure he's going to come out and look to spoil Miguel's night. So it should be a really great night of boxing. It's really tremendous to be working with Eric, Oscar, Robert, Monica, the entire staff from Golden Boy. They do it right. They're great partners. We've had, a great relationship with them, and we'll continue to do more and more things with Golden Boy. It's also the second week in a row of 3 weeks in a row of fights. We have a fight next week, but the second week in a row we're working with HBO and Peter Nelson, and it's just a great relationship. And for the people that can't make it here for the fight, although as Eric said, there are still some tickets available, you'll see a great production and a great show on HBO on Saturday night. So before I end, I want to bring out, we have a gift for Miguel. Miguel, every time he fought here, he always laid everything on the line. Blood, sweat, everything that he could put into a fight, he put into a fight. He's had a Hall of Fame career. We all know he's going into the Hall of Fame. He's what makes the Garden in boxing what it is. It's the Mecca of boxing, and Miguel is one of those fighters that makes what we do here so special. He's carried the flame for boxing for 12 years, and we want to present him with this collage, which you'll see is a collage of all his fights that took place here at the Garden. We wish Miguel all the best. Good luck on Saturday night, and it should be a great night. So, yeah, I'll help you hold this. Yeah, we'll do it here. Move it this way? Great. So hopefully you enjoy that. Thank you. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday night for a great event.
Thank you, Joe. I just want to acknowledge your team. You guys are doing a great job. It's always great to work with you guys. Sal Federico, who does a great job, and it's always a pleasure to work with you guys. So thank you. Yeah, Sal's. For us at Golden Boy, it's been a big year, record-setting year for us. We've had some big events, and we're going into the 12th round this year. And there's no better partner than Madison Square Garden, and obviously HBO. HBO put together a great card just last Saturday here. Amazing ratings, very strong ratings. We're very happy for that. And this Saturday will be no different. And I got to give a lot of credit to Peter Nelson, who's the Executive Vice President of HBO Sports. He's done a great job, and he's continued to be committed to boxing and bringing these events. So I want to bring him up to say a few words and congratulate him for a great week last week. And we're going to finish strong this year with this Saturday. And obviously we got 2 other shows coming up that are going to be amazing. So, Peter, come up.
Thank you, Eric. And I want to thank all the media for being here. It's the work that you do that keeps boxing as vibrant as it is. Obviously, we want to thank Madison Square Garden, Joel, Sal, everyone on the team here. It's a privilege to work with you guys. Want to thank the fighters, their teams. Want to thank Sadam Ali's Taylor. This is a special day. He's going straight from here to a James Bond set. I don't know how he does it. He works a lot into his schedule. Miguel, it's a privilege to have you back on the network for your final fight. This is his 24th appearance on HBO. It's been a long, historic journey. First ballot Hall of Famer. And it's been a great honor for HBO to be able to associate our brand with your career. You're a terrific ambassador to the sport, and while we're sad to see you leave the ring after Saturday night, we know that you're going to stay in the sport, scouting, promoting the next generation of fighters. One of your young champions is here, I think. Is Machado here? Where is he? Where are you? There you are. Give this man a round of applause. Won his first world title on HBO, next generation of Puerto Rican champions, promoted by Miguel Cotto Promotions with Golden Boy. We'll be seeing you next year. And I think what we decided when we wanted to put this fight on, and we talked with Golden Boy and Miguel and his team about this, is that we wanted the best fight possible. Miguel has never walked away from any challenge. He's always stepped in the ring against every opponent imaginable. The toughest fights of his career, rematches, any challenge that presented itself that fans wanted to see, Miguel Cotto wanted to rise to that occasion. And this Saturday night's going to be no different. You have a Hall of Fame fighter who wants to cement his legacy against a young, hungry fighter that wants to establish his. And these are the kinds of matchups that legends get made from. You have one of the great trainers in Andre Rozier, who would more than anything else love to get a win over the greatest trainer of all time in Freddie Roach. We got 2 world championship fights. We got a great night of fights on the undercard. So if you can get a ticket, please do. Set your DVR, and we'll see you all on Saturday night. Look forward to seeing you there. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much. So this is the second fight. We're working with Miguel Cotto and his team. Obviously, Miguel is going to be a future Hall of Famer. He's worked with only 2 promoters pretty much his entire career. So when he came to us for us to work with him, it was a big honor for us. He didn't have to do that. He could have gone out and created his own company, which he has. and he could have probably done it himself. But for us at Golden Boy Promotions, it's been nothing but a pleasure to work with Miguel and his team. He's got an incredible team, and Brian and Hector. And those guys work tirelessly to promote not only Miguel, but also to promote Puerto Rican boxing. And, you know, like Peter mentioned, Machado, which is a great young champion, is the fruits of their labor. So I want to bring up Hector Soto to say a few words. He's the VP of Miguel Cotto Promotions. They've been great partners. He's a very, very hard worker, and I see a very fruitful future with Cotto Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions. We got a lot of things planned for next year and for years to come. So if I can bring him up, Hector Soto. Hector?
Bueno, buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Gracias por acompañarnos en la tarde de hoy. Este sábado 2 va a ser una noche bien grande. Agradecer a HBO por la oportunidad, a Peter Nelson, a Joe Fisher del Madison por la oportunidad en estos pasados 10 combates aquí en Miguel en el Madison.
This Saturday is going to be a very emotional, very great event. And I want to thank everyone involved. I want to thank HBO, Peter Nelson, Mr. Fisher with the Madison Square Garden. This will be our 10th fight here.
Un agradecimiento bien especial a Eric Gómez, Oscar, Robert Díaz. Ellos tienen un compromiso bien grande en el boxeo en Puerto Rico. En 5 meses, con el favor de Dios, Tito Acosta el sábado se hace campeón mundial, que terminamos por lo menos el año en la isla con 4 campeones mundiales.
And we want to thank Oscar, Eric, Robert, because in 5 months, God willing, on Saturday night, Puerto Rico will have had 4 world champions within a short period of time, 5 months.
De Miguel, pues, darle las gracias. Desde el 2010 me ha dado la oportunidad de estar aquí con él. Gracias.
And to Miguel, I want to thank him for giving me this opportunity since 2010 to be here with you.
Nada, Ali, la gracias por aceptar el récord, el reto de Miguel, y el domingo 3 vamos a celebrar en grande.
And to Ali and his team, thank you so much for accepting the challenge. And on Sunday, we'll all celebrate a great career. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Gracias. So obviously with this fight, the magnitude of this fight, I got to remind everybody, this is a world title fight. Miguel is the world champion. He's the WBO junior middleweight world champion. And he won that in his last fight against Kamagai. And that's going to be on the line. And it's always very, very important for us to be able to present these world title fights with you. And there's no better organization than the WBO. They give fighters from all walks of life, from every country, opportunities to become world champions. And this Saturday won't be any different. So I want to bring up the president to say a few words of the WBO, everybody's favorite president in boxing, and that's Paco Valcarcel. Paco.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you. My regards to Oscar, who will be here tomorrow. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I have 2 good friends here, big guys, Eric and Peter Nelson. Peter, thank you for your support to boxing, Madison Square Garden. Thank you for the supporting this show. Sadam, nice to see you again. Your daddy should be somewhere here. I have to say something about you. You was a guy I picked to be a world champion, and you got the opportunity to be world champion. Okay. Last time, when you received the opportunity, you got beat, but you was win the fight. I watched that fight, and I was shocked when somebody informed me that you lost that fight. But Cotto lost 2 fights in a row, and he's back. Okay. You got a great opportunity to be in the big spot of boxing. and thank you for, to agree to fight a legend like my dear friend, Miguel Cotto. Boxing will miss Miguel Cotto, but we're going to be happy because we're going to have one more golfer on Saturday, every Saturday. Now we're gonna be happy because he's a tough cookie, but he can get beat by the old man. He said the old man can beat him, and he knows that. He knows that. But will be a great show. We have to buy the tickets. Everybody has to be here to say goodbye to Miguel because he deserves that. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest. One of the guys who can bring people to the arena, pay-per-view star, and I don't want to miss a fight. When Miguel is fighting, I have to watch the fight. I have to be there. If he fight pay-per-view, I have to pay the show for the show. And we have to say goodbye to Miguel in a great fashion. Being here, sold-out show, and celebrating. Everything should be okay. God bless both. And Tito Acosta will receive the opportunity. Your fighter, he's going to fight for the vacant title because Tanaka relinquished the title. He moved up to 112. But now Tito got the opportunity, and the Mexican is here. They're going to receive the opportunity to fight for the title. Good luck to both. And let's celebrate. We have a big fiesta this weekend, and God bless everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so now let's get to the participants. Let's move on to the undercard. I want to first thank, before I start bringing up the fighters, I want to first thank Robert Diaz, who's our matchmaker at Golden Boy, for putting together an amazing undercard. Robert, thank you. Robert's like the glue at Golden Boy. He puts everything together, so he's done an amazing job. And Robert Gaspari, also our COO here. Thank you, Rob. So the first kid I want to bring up to say a few words. We're very excited about this kid at Golden Boy. He's making his pro debut here at the Garden. Can you imagine that? Making your pro debut at the Garden? That's incredible. He's out of Ireland, which Freddie Rocha knows a little bit about, right? And he's the #1 ranked amateur boxer out of Ireland. This kid has huge upside, and he's very, very talented. And, it's a big stage for him here at Madison Square Garden. We're very happy for him, and it's going to be on a historic night. So he's a lucky guy, and I'm sure he's ready to shine. So I want to bring him up to say a few words. Aaron McKenna. Aaron?
Hello, everyone. I'm really looking forward to my fight on Saturday night, and I can't wait to show you what I'm all about. It's an honor for me to be fighting on such a big card. I'd like to thank Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya for giving me this opportunity, and I just can't wait to show you my skills in the ring. Thank you.
6 feet tall, and you fight at what? Lightweight? Okay, 6'1", okay. So anyway, yeah, so he very good amateur, and he's gonna make his pro debut. So we're excited about for him and for that. So next on the card, a kid that a lot of you are familiar with. He's out of Brooklyn. He's one of our top prospects, and he's gonna be fighting pretty much in his hometown. He's just over a little bridge that I guess you guys call the Brooklyn Bridge. It's pretty famous. Anyway, I want to bring him up. He's got a tough fight. He's fighting Eric Martinez, which is very, very tough, but love this kid, great personality, and I'm sure he's going to be a world champion one day. Zachary Ochoa. Zachary. Are you here, Zachary? Yeah, come on. Come and say a few words.
What up, everybody? This is an honor to be here. I want to thank Golden Boy, Robert Diaz, Eric Gomez. I want to thank my great trainer, Kelly Richardson, my manager, Anthony Geraci. And, this year hasn't been the best year. It's been a rocky year, but, that's what life's all about, being rocky. So, we got to get tough like Rocky sometimes. But Saturday, I'm going to put on a great performance. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank God, and God bless y'all.
Thank you. Next up, formidable contender Ronnie Rios. He had a fight in his last fight for world title. He came up just a little short, lost in a split decision, but he's coming back now to prove that he belongs and to get another title opportunity soon. So I want to bring him up to say a few words. Ronnie Rios.
First of all, I want to thank Golden Boy. They gave me such a great opportunity this last time. I came up short. I kind of blew it. Should have thrown more punches. But, you know, instead of putting me in the back burner, they gave me such a great opportunity to be here in such a big event. And this is the second chapter of my career, and I'm really looking forward to going out there and showing everyone that I'm not boring. And, you know, thank everybody, especially my coach who's been there through thick and thin. Thank you guys. Thank Golden Boy.
Ronnie, good to see you back, Ronnie. Now, headlining the non-televised undercard is a world title fight. And like Paco said, this kid is a very exciting knockout puncher, Angel Tito Acosta. And he's going to get an opportunity now to fight for the world title when he faces Mexico's Juan Alejo. So I want to bring him up to say a few words. He's with Cotto Promotions and possibly going to be another world champion for Cotto Promotions. So let's bring him up to say a few words, and that's Tito Acosta. Tito?
Gracias, buenas tardes a todos. No que nada, quiero dar gracias a Dios por darme la oportunidad de estar aquí con todos ustedes. Y nada, quiero dar gracias a Promociones Miguel Cotto, que siempre me ha dado la mano desde un principio de mi carrera, y a Héctor Soto. Quiero dar las gracias a Junito Cotto, que gracias a Welterweight Promotion me dieron la oportunidad de pelear en esta cartera donde estará Junito peleando y pidiéndose del boxeo.
I want to thank everybody, first of all, and thank my promotion, Miguel, for guiding me, taking me through all my career, taking me by the hand, and taking me to this particular fight and such a great event where you're retiring. I want to thank Hector Soto and Golden Boy as well for this opportunity.
Le quiero dar las gracias a Francisco Paco Valcárcel, que ha confiado en mí, me dio esta segunda oportunidad de pelear por el título mundial con Juan Alejo, que es un gran peleador de México, que viene con la misma hambre que yo.
And I also want to thank the president, Mr. Paco Valcárcel, for giving me the second opportunity to a world title. I know I have a tough opponent, the Mexican Alejo, who is hungry, and he wants that world title as well.
Y quiero dar las gracias a DirecTV, que me va a dar la oportunidad que el pueblo de Puerto Rico vea mi pelea allá, y a mi equipo de trabajo, a todos mis auspiciadores que siempre están apoyándome en mi carrera.
Also want to thank DirecTV for showing my fight in Puerto Rico, which is very important for all my fans, all my people to see my world title fight. I want to thank my team for always being there, working hard with me.
Gracias.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tito. Thank you very much. Now I want to introduce the co-feature, which is also a world title fight. This fight's going to be televised on HBO. This kid here is undefeated, Oscar Negrete. He's getting a chance at the world title for the first time in his career. He's worked very, very hard to get to this point, and we're very happy for him to get him the opportunity to fight for the world title. It's going to be a tough fight against the champion who's also undefeated. But I want to bring up his manager first to say a few words, talk about his how he prepared for this fight and the magnitude of this event. So I want to bring up Cesar Garcia to say a few words on behalf of Oscar Negrete.
With Oscar, I realized kind of early in his career that fighting for a world title was a real possibility. I thought it would happen because of his weight class. I thought it happened maybe in Japan or Mexico or something like that. Never thought that it would happen at the Madison Square Garden on a great card as a co-feature. So thanks, Robert. Thanks, Golden Boy, Eric, the staff over there. Thank you guys. That said, Oscar is always prepared. He's always training, very disciplined. That's the main ingredient that got him here. And in reality, whether we're fighting at the Madison Square Garden, it could be in a parking lot, it could be at the Velasco, it doesn't matter. We're here to win, and we fully intend to do so.
Thank you. So he's undefeated, getting a chance for the world title for the first time on HBO on a big stage here at the Garden. He's out of Colombia, undefeated, 19-0. And I want to bring him up to say a few words. He's fighting Ray Vargas for the WBC Super Bantamweight title, and that is Oscar El Jaguar Negrete. Oscar.
Muy buenas tardes a todos. Primero que todo, quiero darle las gracias a Dios por tenerme en este momento aquí. Darle las gracias a Golden Boy Promotion, Oscar de la Hoya, Eric, Robert Díaz, por ayudarme a conseguir esta oportunidad. Sé que enfrente mío tengo a un gran campeón, como lo es Ray Vargas, pero para ser campeón tienes que ganarle a los mejores, y estoy preparado para eso.
First of all, I want to thank Robert and Eric and everybody at Golden Boy for the opportunity to fight for the world title. I know that I have a great champion in front of me, and I know it's a tough fight, but in order to become champion, you have to go through these types of fights and beat these kind of champions.
Sé que Ray Vargas es un gran campeón, pero estoy en el mejor momento de mi carrera, y eso lo voy a demostrar el sábado cuando Oscar Negrete salga a ganar ese título. Gracias a todos por estar aquí, gracias a todos por esta oportunidad, y nos vemos el sábado.
I know that Ray is a great champion, but I'm in the best moment of my career. I feel the best, and we're here to win the title. So
Thank
thanks
you.
again to everybody for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, and good luck. Good luck on Saturday night. Now to the World Champions team. He is trained by one of the best trainers in all of boxing, Nacho Berenstein. And it's funny, I was just turning over here to the dais to my right here, and I see Freddie and I see Nacho, and I mean, there's so many World Championship fights that these guys have been a part of, especially in the last 20 years when I started in boxing. And, it really is a privilege to be around such great trainers. And Nacho represents Ray Vargas, who's the undefeated world champion. And we'll have Nacho say a few words to come up here. So let's introduce Nacho.
Buenas tardes a todos. Es una pelea, la segunda defensa de Ray Vargas frente a un peleador que tenemos mucho respeto por el boxeo colombiano. Creo que va a ser una gran pelea. Estamos obligados a una gran pelea porque es una función histórica, el retiro de un grande del boxeo mundial que es Miguel Cotto. Esperamos estar a la altura de esta velada. Un saludo a todos los adictos al boxeo. Un abrazo. Gracias.
I would like to thank all of you for being here. I just can say that fighting Oscar Negrete will be a great fight. Ray Vargas is on his second title defense, and that's such an honor for this defense since we are fighting under the great card, under Miguel Cotto's retirement fight, and we would like to appreciate that to everybody involved, which is Golden Boy, HBO, Madison Square Garden, and everybody that put this card together. We would like to thank, I would like to thank all the fans, and I would like to thank them for making boxing the best sport. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jaime. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now to the world champion. This kid is, if you haven't seen him fight, Ray Vargas is something special. The speed, the combinations, the defense, the aggressiveness. He really is one of the bright young champions in boxing. And he's defending, as we said, for the second time. He's 26 years old, traveled to the UK, and he beat Gavin McDonald for the vacant title. He had one defense, and now this is his second defense. It's going to be a tough test against Oscar Negrete, who's hungry, undefeated as well. And those are some of the best fights, obviously. When you have a world title fight and both guys are undefeated, it makes for a special fight. So we expect the same here on Saturday. So I want to bring him up to say a few words. Rey Vargas.
Buenas tardes a todos. Bueno, contento y motivado de estar ya aquí, una gran velada histórica.
Thank you all for being here. Good afternoon all. And I would like to let you know that I'm happy and I'm motivated for being part of this great fight, promotional.
Doble emoción de haciendo mi segunda defensa del título mundial y bueno, también en el retiro de un gran boxeador, de un monstruo que se convirtió en el boxeo como es Miguel Cotto.
Very happy for being part of Cotto's retirement card. He's a monster in boxing. He's a great boxer, and I'm happy for being part of his fighting retirement card.
Listo para este sábado con un peleador fuerte, que lo he visto es un peleador, un guerrero arriba del ring. Pero bueno, quiero hacer lo mismo que ha hecho Cotto, llegar al corazón de la gente y bueno, demostrar por qué soy el campeón del mundo, por qué soy el número uno y por qué lo seguiré siendo.
And I'm happy and I'm very enthusiastic because I'm fighting a great fighter, Oscar Negrete, a Colombian guy that I know he's tough and he's coming to get my title. But I would like to let you all know, and you will see it this coming Saturday, why I am number one, why I would like to be number one forever. And I'm a champion on my second defense. And would like to do what Cotto did. Get to people's heart, be number one for the people.
Estoy listo para la pelea. Mi rival puede salir a mover piernas, pero yo creo que vamos a hacer una pelea de poder a poder en el centro del ring. Es lo que vamos a hacer. Estoy listo. Si quieren, traigan la báscula y comenzamos de una vez. Buenas tardes a todos. Gracias.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Saturday. And I'm going to come and give everything on Saturday night. And I'm ready for the fight. And if you can bring the scale, I'm ready right now. Bring it on.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Okay, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. We're getting to the main event now. You know, a lot's been talked about this fight, about other possible boxers. And yeah, there was, you know, a couple of other fighters that we were looking into, some of the other champions. And we spoke to him, Robert Diaz and myself, to see if they wanted to fight against Miguel. But for whatever reason, there was always excuses or the timing wasn't right. But the guy that was always there, the guy that called me for 2 weeks every single day, was Saddam's dad, David. And he kept calling me every day and said, Eric, get me that fight. Get me that fight. Saddam's ready. This is what we've been waiting for. He's trained his entire life. Since he was a kid, since he was 4 or 5 years old, this is what he's wanted. He wants this opportunity. And, you know, that's always the scariest fights because, you know, when a champion or a fighter like Miguel Cotto, who's already obviously announced his retirement, and he's going to retire after Saturday night, they can lose focus a little bit. And when you have a young, hungry lion like Saddam, that's when historic nights happen. And I'm really happy for Saddam for this opportunity because he's earned it. He's worked very, very hard. And former Olympian for the United States. Yes, he had an opportunity for a world title fight earlier in his career, last year, 2 years ago. He lost, but, you know, like Paco said, he was winning the fight. He was winning the fight. He was in the fight. And he won't make the same mistake twice. And that's what they've been working on. He's got an incredible team I want to bring up first, as part of Sadam Ali's team, is his trainer who's done a great job with him and who prepared him for this mega event, and that's Andre Rosier. Andre?
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, here we are. The work has been done. It's been a strong, hard, diligent camp. Sadam, who I refer to as my nephew, was yelled at, pushed, shoved, driven through the mud to make sure that he was ready to perform at 154 pounds. And in the beginning, I was like, okay. But now he showed me that he wanted to be that fighter to contend against Miguel Cotto, a legend, and one of my favorites. But Saturday night, he won't be my favorite. I still love you, though. We came here to win a title, to perform, to entertain the crowd, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to entertain the crowd, and we're going to come out victorious. Before I go, I'd like to thank our team, my partner in crime, Sadam's assistant trainer, Lenny Wilson, my nephew, Curtis Stevens, his dad, my brother, David Ali, and the rest of the team. We had a fantastic time, and we're looking forward to Saturday. We'll all see you then.
Thank you, Andre. Having worked with Sadam for the last few years, I've never seen him in better shape. I was joking with his dad right before the press conference, and I said, he's got muscles now. He's got muscles now. So I know he worked hard. And again, you cannot underestimate a dream. Having a dream, being that little kid and working towards something and getting to that point. And that's what's happened with Sadam. You know, he's always dreamed about being at this stage here, at the Garden, fighting a big fight, a legendary fighter. And that's what David told me in many of our conversations when he called me every day for 2 weeks. He said, Eric, this is our dream. This is Sadam's dream. Just give him the opportunity. He won't let you down. Give him the opportunity. And I got to tell you, I mean, being in boxing for 20 years and doing thousands of fights, these are the most dangerous fights because you can you can overlook a guy. You know, he comes in just under the radar a little bit, and you never know. Anything can happen, especially here at the Garden. Especially at the Garden here because, you know, Garden has had some special nights, historic nights here. So I'm very happy from him. He's from Brooklyn. He's your very own fighter, Sadam Ali.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for bringing everybody together. Thank God for this opportunity. Of course, thank Cotto, Team Cotto, for this opportunity. Thank Team Ali, HBO, Madison Square Garden, and Golden Boy Promotions for this opportunity. Like you said, I've been training my whole life since I was 8 years old. Started boxing, and everybody waits for a world title like this, and against a legend for a world title. It gets no better. So yes, you do see a little more muscle because you got to work hard. You're going in there, you fight Miguel Cotto, you're not ready, you're going to be in trouble. So I know what I'm stepping in there with, and I know that I have to be ready. So I know there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, this might not be a good fight, but everybody can say what they want. But when we get in there Saturday night, you're going to see an amazing fight. And I'm excited, and I just want to thank everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadam. Freddie Roach, as Peter Nelson said, is probably one of the greatest trainers of all time. And he's been working with Miguel for, is it 4 fights now? 5 fights? The last 6 fights. And it's funny because I noticed it right away when Miguel, And we're all fans of Miguel. You know, we work with him. He's a friend of ours and this and that. But, you know, we're all fans of what he's done and what he's meant for boxing. And it's just like Paco said. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can be traveling around the world. You could be at home. You could be at whatever. When Miguel fights, you want to watch. And people want to watch. And I remember the first time I saw Miguel fight under Freddie. And I noticed some of the things because we have experience. You know, Freddie worked with Oscar a little bit, and he's worked with many of our other fighters. And, you know, I noticed a lot of things that Freddie changed or what he was working on Miguel. And it's funny because Miguel's been like a brand new fighter. He's been like a brand new fighter. And the chemistry, that's one thing that's very important for a fighter is having that chemistry with the trainer. You can have the best trainer, but, you know, if there's no chemistry, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But these two guys, they connected, and Miguel has never looked better. He's looked incredible. Yeah, he had one loss with Canelo, but that was a very close fight. Everybody knows that. We know that. We were biting our nails. And that was a very, very close fight. But it shows how great. And he probably outweighed you, what, 10, 15 pounds in that fight? Something like that? Give or take. But, you know, what Freddie has been able to do, rejuvenate Miguel. And it's been special. It's been special, and I want to thank Freddie for his commitment to Miguel and his team and what he's done for him, and I want to bring him up to say a few words. Freddie Roach.
Thank you. We've had a really, really good training camp. You know, I know this is supposed to be our last training camp, and it's a little bit of a sad moment to say that, but because I'm going to miss this guy a lot. But we had a really good training camp. We really yesterday was the best I've ever seen Miguel getting ready for the big fight, and he's just in great shape. We didn't take anyone lightly. We never took retirement. No one talked about that during training camp because we had a fight coming up, and we're going to go out as winners. And he's on top of his game right now, and you're going to see the best Miguel yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie. So as I said a little earlier, this is the second fight that we're working with Miguel Cotto. And what was refreshing for me and our team is, you know, normally you work with fighters and they get involved with, you know, well, you know, who's the opponent, who are we going to fight, what, you know, the managers get involved. With Miguel, it was totally different. It was totally different. The conversation with Miguel and his team were, is Golovkin available? No, Golovkin's not available in December. Then I don't care who. You guys pick the opponent, get me anybody. I'll fight anybody. And that's really, really refreshing, especially from a fighter that's a veteran like Miguel. Especially for a fighter that's going out. He really didn't care who he was fighting. And that's always very, very refreshing to a promoter. And it's a little different because many managers and fighters, they try to get involved, especially when they're veterans. They've been around. They know what they're looking for. They know the kind of style they want to fight. And when I came and I said, hey, well, look, Sadam Ali, Miguel said, no problem. Anybody. You guys work it out. You guys decide. Just give me the date, the weight. I'll be there. And he's pretty much been that way throughout his career, I've been told. And it's something that's great and refreshing. And it goes to show that when you're in shape, when you're sure about yourself and you believe in yourself, you'll fight anybody. And that's the kind of attitude that Miguel's had throughout his career. And that's the reason why he's a warrior. And that's the reason why we all love him. And it's going to be bittersweet on Saturday, but it's going to be we're all going to have a great celebration on Saturday because a legendary fighter's fighting his last fight at the Garden. And it's going to be a special night. So I can't wait. I'm getting a little choked up here. But I want to bring up, say a few words. You can hear from the man himself, the great Miguel Cotto.
Thank you, Eric. It's been a pleasure for me to try to entertain you guys for 17 years, try to do my best every opportunity for the benefit of my family. They meant everything to me, and I'm so proud of them. They're so proud of me, and all I can say is next Saturday I'll be the same Miguel you watched for the last 16 years. I'm going to be a warrior inside the arena, and I'm going to do my best, as always, for the benefit of my whole family. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our press conference. Just a couple of quick reminders. Tickets are still available. They're going fast. So come and get them before we sell out. And also, if you're not able to be here, remember HBO World Championship Boxing. Catch it on Saturday night. Thank you very much all for being here. We'll move everything here.